look like we lost. Just in my thoughts. You sure? Because it seems to me— Go join the party. Everything's fine. Zared gave a youthful shrug. He didn't know how to read people well, and headed down the hill. Axon shook her head. Even if he were smarter or more desirable in a host of ways, he was still too young, too foolish, and too randy. In the back of her mind, she knew he wanted to get to town before Pilot stole the prettiest girls. She gave her team a few moments to gain some distance. A cool wind blew across the fields, and the distant rustling of trees sounded like a gentle ocean tide. She inhaled and let genuine peace fill her. It would not last long, of course. She had a mission hanging over her, but that could wait another night. Just a little longer. Enough time for her to enjoy the world as she knew it. The rolling hills, the rich forests, the untainted lands, farms and villages spreading across this beautiful untapped country with all roads leading back to the great King Robion and the thriving cities. Why did people have to ruin everything good? Why couldn't they simply see how perfect the frontier was and leave it alone? "Come on," she said to her horse, Weaver. After tying the reins to a tree, she climbed the steps of the open-air temple, walked across the white stone path, and knelt before the 9 statues of the creators of all. She plucked a prayer cloth from an open container and placed the cloth atop her head. She bowed. To the deities of life, Tik, goddess of birth, Ovlar, god of childhood, Biek, goddess of adolescence, Saziek, god of adulthood, Orlar, goddess of the aged, and Wick, god of death. To the greater deities, too, Tortu, god of women, Pralma, goddess of man, and Karek, the lord of all existence, Axon offered her thanks for her continued success. "My apologies," a scratchy voice said. Off to the right, an old man wearing the robes of a shul stepped out from a small shack. "I did not realize anybody had come to pray." Axon touched her head to the stone in respect. "I didn't mean to bother anybody. I simply wanted to offer my gratitude to the Casson 9. "Oh, you are with our town's heroes. I should be thanking you." The shul meandered toward her and settled at the foot of Ovlar. Spending an entire life at this temple and leading prayers in the open had weathered his skin, yet his eyes managed to offer her all the warm welcome she needed. "It's only me. My team doesn't practice the faith." "Yet you do, and that is plenty. It's not like when I was young, not anymore. Back then, we would have to bring in extra benches to accommodate everybody. Now we are fortunate if we receive 1 or 2 visitors, unless it's one of the holy days." "That's a shame. No, it's worse than that. It's wrong." The shul shrugged. "Change is inevitable. The temple of the Casson has always been tied to the king, and while King Robion has done a fine job, as have so many before him, I do not think the kingdom has much longer to last. If the kingdom falls, so does the temple." "Why would you say that? The kingdom is strong. All of the frontier is strong." She wondered if he could hear her doubt. "People don't follow the old traditions anymore. They question the institutions we hold sacred. In the East, they've done away with the monarchy entirely. They think they can do better on their own. In the West, well, we don't call that area the Pharaoh lands for nothing." Axon placed her hand on the hilt of her sword. "As long as I live, I will protect this realm. The king, the kingdom, the Casson 9, it won't end here." He patted her shoulder. "May the Lord of all existence hear your words. Please, pray." Axon lowered her head as the shul settled in front of her with a groan. He took hold of her hands and bowed.